Good thing we don't have to go back.
It's been raining pretty much all day.
Oh my god, it's so pretty.
Literally attacked me. We're heading to the ferry because we're going to take the ferry from Alaska to Washington. It's like 3 days, so this will be fun. We made it on the ferry.
How can you see me?
How can I see you?
No, I'm like trying to get out. Oh, you're
Because it's 0.5.
Oh, it's pointing towards us.
Okay, this is our room tour. Got the bunk that we'll both be sleeping on. Then there's a closet, the sink, and the bathroom. Why are these doors so difficult? Ooh, fancy. We were supposed to go on a cruise once upon a time, and that got canceled, but I got prescribed some sea patches for motion sickness, which I still have, so going to be putting these to use because at one point we will be in the open ocean and I get motion sick, so.
Dude, if I go any further back, it's not gonna stick. You're a hairy fucker.
So it's our first full day on the ferry. We're almost to Sitka and we slept until about 11 and now we're just waiting for the snack bar to open to get some coffee. And it's so pretty. We got breakfast earlier and coffee and just like walked around the ship, took some photos. We're in Sitka and I was just am editing photos and watching a movie and I have so many screens. I'm editing on my phone and on my laptop. And then I've got my laptop and then my iPad and I'm on my phone as well. It's kind of crazy how many screens I'm on. Good morning. It's our second full day on the ferry and we're getting ready to go eat breakfast at the little dining cafe restaurant thing that's on the ship. So, and this morning I woke up and the sunset was so beautiful. It's our last full day on the ferry. I don't even know if you can hear me, but it's very pretty. And we're past the open ocean part, so I think it's just be smooth sailing from here on out, which is nice. So I woke up at like 4 in the morning, so it was so wavy, and I was psyching myself out because I get motion sick and I'm scared of throwing up. But we're gonna go try to get some food. I know it's like almost 1 o'clock Alaska time and we haven't eaten anything, so gotta get some food. Mistakes were made. I didn't know if I'd like it, so I didn't download the whole season, but because Josh has been working on that project, I just set out his clothes I think that he might want to bring so that he can just kind of shove everything into the backpack
and I'll take 2 seconds. This is my situation. I am not bringing, ignore the suitcase and all the stuff on it. I am bringing this bag, and then this bag is literally just extra coats and rain pants, so just layers, and then that's my purse and like my fun activities. We're on the road, got our coffee, and Josh has his middle finger. Currently about 8 p.m. I have no idea actually, and we just arrived at our site, so we're about to set up all of our stuff, and I'm putting on all my layers. So I think it said it was like 30 degrees out, 32. It doesn't feel that cold, but it feels cold when you don't have clothes on. I can show this better in the daytime, but Josh built me this cool setup, so all of like my clothes, oh that's not tucked in, oops. So all of my like clothes and stuff are in the bin, which is super nice and easy to access. Yeah, camp is pretty much all set up. We are getting a fire started, and we're gonna cook some dinner, chill out.
City driving.
Hi, Darla. Hello, you wanna be on the camera?
Dude,
This is the setup. We got the heater going. Tent 1, situation number 2. Welcome to my crib.
In the state of Washington, under near constant cover of clouds and rain, there's a small town named Forks.
Good morning, it's our first full day here, and I slept pretty good. Like, my nose was a little chilly, but like I was warm, which was nice, and we have the heater going for a little bit, which was almost too hot, to be honest. Today I think we're just going to explore the area, maybe make some breakfast and some coffee.
Ask them if you can ride in with them.
Right. The van?
Yep.
Yeah, let me just get in a sketchy white van. That's a great idea.
Pretty swear.
Looks delish. Okay, this is my bag with all my toiletries, and I'm going to wash my face, brush my teeth, get ready for the day. We're all packed up, and we're gonna go over to La Push, first beach, second beach, and then I think to end the day we're gonna do the hole in the wall hike at Rialto. Not 100% sure, but pretty sure that's the plan. And yeah, then go to our second camping spot, which I'm not exactly sure where it is. I think it's Ruby Beach. I don't know how much of a drive that is. So yeah, I'm super excited. Hello, where you been, loca?
Oh wait, hey Pat, do you have keys on yours? I forgot that we got this.
Yeah, I really like them.
Look, wait, can I see that please?
Yeah, wait, can I take this off?
Yeah, look at this.
I'm gonna go fly my drone. So excited.
We are at Second Beach, and we're gonna go exploring. my gosh, it's so pretty, Josh, look!
I seek you out, flay you alive. One more word and you won't survive. And I'm not scared of your stolen power.
Oh! Oh, okay.
Dude, we're gonna keep going.
Yeah, you definitely would have been splashed if you were still there.
When we first walked over here like 5 minutes ago, it was like
Yeah,
barely coming over the wall.
Not as big as those other ones, but
Over the plate. Yeah, you can really punch hard. Yep.
we're at Kalaloch Campground and it's absolutely stunning. The sun is setting, it's so pretty. I love it. The sunset is getting even more pretty, so gotta go back. It's a good one. It gets me every time. We just had dinner, it was so good, and I've been reading my book. It is Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. It's actually been pretty good. I like it. It's not my usual genre, but it's been good so far. Do you like it? It is the next day and we are currently at Ruby Beach. We went to the Tree of Life that was right next to our camping area, our campground, and that was really cool. I found a sand dollar for the first time in my life, so that was really fun. And right now, we're just hanging out, exploring. We might keep driving or we might go back. I'm kind of hungry and we have another trip coming up that we need to start prepping for, so yeah, it's been super fun so far. And extremely nice weather for Washington in January. It's been sunny the whole time, which I'm so thankful for. We're getting like someone else's radio channel.
Stop that. Sure is.
What's happening? Josh and I are road tripping for the month of February, and we are beginning our road trip now after an interesting last 24 hours. We are currently driving to Seaside, Oregon to go hang out with Megan and Jake, and I'm super excited to see her. We're about to drive into Astoria and we're on like the super long bridge. Okay, there's water all over the floor because the freaking
Put your face like right here when you're filming.
the water literally attacked me. Like why was that? Is it still brown?
It's getting better.
That was so weird. I flushed the toilet and it was also brown and it was disgusting. So I was the test subject, I guess.
I wish that it was Jake.
I did too. Just casually soaking wet. We're at the sunset and I just flew my drone and it's so pretty. I love sunsets so much. Like if I had a bathing suit on, would you think it's hot right now?
It's cold.
Yesterday we left the Airbnb that we had with Megan and Jake, and today we are driving down the Oregon coast. And right now we're at the sea lion caves, and we came here last year but there wasn't any sea lions, and the lady told us if it kept our receipt and came back we could go for free. So here we are. Somehow I had the receipt, which I was not expecting, and she said there's like 130 sea lions in there and they're like moms and babies, so I want to see some baby sea lions.
And then figure out.
Josh and I are at Blanco State Park. Cape Blanco State Park, and the sun is setting. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Wow. Good morning. It has been a couple of days since we parted ways with Megan and Jake, but Josh and I just camped at Cape Blanco in Oregon, and today we are going to make it to California and have an Airbnb, which will be so nice so we can wash our dishes and do our laundry. Josh is making breakfast. This is the morning lineup. I'm drinking an Alani Nu. It's called Pink Slush and it's one of my favorite flavors. What? What? Josh is actually my imaginary boyfriend that I made up.
I know, I was thinking it'd be funny if, like, with Jake and Megan, like you just dropped me off and
You're
then,
like, Josh is right here.
you showed up in the car and they're like, "Where's Josh?" And you're like, he had plans."
I'm sorry, yeah, he was busy. The first step after you like brush your teeth and drink something is always like a get the toothpaste out of your mouth type of sip, you know? This is our camping setup. We have the roof nest tent and we have a heater, which makes it super nice when you're sleeping in like 32 to 0 degree weather. It's nice and warm. Thank you, babe. Carrie got me these rechargeable hand warmers that are shaped like an owl, and they've been so handy lately.
It's Jacob. I mean, sorry, it's Edward. It's Edward.
As if you could outrun me. Last night we were at an Airbnb because there weren't many camping options around us. We're in California at this place called Glass Beach that apparently has like a bunch of sea glass and stuff. So we're gonna go check it out. We just drove on a super windy road in order to get here. But it was really pretty because some of it was like through the redwoods. We've been pretty lucky so far with the weather, but today it's been raining pretty much all day. We just arrived to our camp spot and Josh is setting up the rain fly. Josh is setting up a rain fly, but we have this super cool spot. I think these are considered the redwoods. We are on day 6 of our road trip and this is the second day of it just pouring down rain the whole time. We are currently near Point Reyes like lighthouse, but let me show you the weather. me, we were at Point Reyes Lighthouse or whatever. And they said that it's like the windiest and foggiest place on the Pacific coast. So it's definitely foggy, but we'll see about the windy part. Okay, so it's definitely windy. A whale? Yeah. Oh, right. Okay, this is the bridge from Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Outdoor Tom here. How do they start the videos?
What's up, guys? Outdoor Tom here, and
What's up, guys? Outdoor Eliza here.
with the Outdoor Eliza YouTube channel.
With the Outdoor Eliza YouTube channel. And today...
How's it going? Alaska. Skagway, Alaska.
Yes, it is. Awesome. Thank you, Steve.
Hello.
It's not raining. Okay. It's been pouring down rain non-stop. Oh, we didn't get bug spray. Okay, it's been pouring down rain non-stop for the last 3 days. So the fact that it's not raining right now, we're very happy about. We're just gonna set up camp and get cozy. There's like something in the... So I would say that the first part of surviving in the wilderness is setting up your shelter. That needs to get done. I don't know who's gonna do that, but it's not gonna be me. The second part is establishing your water source. This is the water source. Josh is the fire guy and he chopped the kindling and got the wood ready. So we're gonna have a fire. And I changed it into his Carhartts because I was getting eaten by bugs. There's an owl just hooting away. And I hope that it does it again. That is my owl named Josh. There it was. Did you hear it? I just turned off my flashlight because maybe that was the issue. I don't know if you can see me, but that was the owl. Currently reading Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, and it's super good. I'm almost done with the book. About that much left.
It's been 4 days since we got lost. We've just been surviving off potato and raccoon soup. Fuck.
It appears that we have a little friend that Josh is now approaching, and it's gone. Okay, if that thing comes running back at us, it's your fault. We're cooking soup for dinner. It's heating up. And it's gonna be super good. It's the next morning and Josh made some breakfast. It's a cream cheese bagel. And I don't have any more creamer, but I have an Alani, so I'll never turn down 200 milligrams of caffeine.
Just quit TikTok. You suck.
It's a good thing this is YouTube.
Good job.
Do you like the hair? I just made it up from my brain.
Just made it out of my book now.
It is good, thank you. Okay, we just left Sunset State Beach Campground and we were at the South Campground, and everyone that we talked to was super nice. Like the guy at the front of the park was super nice, the camp host was super nice and super sweet. So overall it was a really good experience. As we were pulling up to pay, because the guy when we came in was like, oh, do you have a reservation? We're like, no. And he was like, okay, well you can come back and pay here after you pick out a campsite, or you can just pay when you leave tomorrow. So we just pulled up to pay, and then he was like, oh, I remember you guys, like, are you going to any more parks tonight? And then we were like, no. And he was like, let's just call it even. I'm like, there are sweet old men out there. We're currently at Elephant Seal Vista Point, and there is a shit ton of elephant seals just laying on the beach, and they're huge. They're so massive. So we're at Disneyland and we were in the hotel last night and then we'll be in the hotel tonight. I think we'll be camping tomorrow night, but I'm super excited. We have the park hopper, so we're gonna start in Disney California Adventure where like Marvel, Incredibles, like all that stuff is, and then we'll move over to the Disney park. I went to the Disney side. We're about to go on the Incredicoaster.
Welcome to the Incredicoaster. I'm Elastigirl. Keep your hand firmly against the headrest.
And go down. We just got off and that was so much fun. I was definitely not ready for the picture though. We're in the Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
So cute.
Raise your hands now for security bias scan.
That was not part of the plan.
We survived the Guardians of the Galaxy ride and I was trying to make the face that Millie makes when she raises one eyebrow, but I can't do it very well, so that was my face. The last time we were here, we got the cones with like mac and cheese inside of it and it was super good. So it kind of sounds bussin' right now. Thank you. We were on the Tiana's Bayou ride and it broke. That was going to take us up and then we were going to drop. And I'm completely soaked. We're still waiting to get off. There's one more boat to unload. Right?
Way more fun.
I know, right?
Oh, this is so weird.
This is the real behind the scenes. Update, we did survive Tiana's Bayou and we went on the Matterhorn and then we went on Space Mountain. And now I have to get a little dessert. So we're in this place, I don't know what it's called. I think that my favorite ride was the Incredicoaster, which we did twice. And now we're done and I have about like 23,000 steps, so feeling tired. We left Anaheim and Disneyland and it was so much fun. We spent one whole day there and we stayed at the Majestic Garden Hotel, which they have a private shuttle to and from Disneyland, which is really nice. And now we're at Joshua Tree and we're gonna go camping and kind of explore the area. We've arrived at our campground and we're gonna set up camp. You had to come to your campsite and put something there and then drive the 10 miles back to the ranger station in order to pay, which was really weird because you can't just pay at the campground and it's first come first served. You can't make a reservation, so that was kind of weird, but we've made it and it's like 68-70 degrees and it feels so nice. We popped open the tent and we're airing out the mattress because the last couple of days when it's been raining, there's just moisture that gets stuck underneath the mattress. So we're airing out the mattress, airing out the tent, and thankfully it's not going to rain tonight. And tomorrow's also supposed to be super nice. Good morning. Josh just made Josh just washed all of our dishes and now he's making breakfast and coffee. And the tent was a little wet last night just because of like condensation. So I have our sleeping bags drying out and then the tent is all opened up to air out. That's the nice thing about camping in somewhere like dry and warm is that all of your stuff can get dried out. Whereas the last week where it was pouring down rain, none of our stuff could ever dry out. The breeze started to pick up and the sleeping bags started to depart us. So just setting a rock on on the Arch Rock Nature Trail, and it's only 0.37 miles, so sounds super quick. It's pretty busy and it's a very flat trail, so it's a nice little walk. This is the Arch. It's a very quick walk, but this area is super cool. I think we're just gonna kind of explore a little bit. We just crossed the border into Arizona and we are currently off-roading and finding a spot to camp, which it looks like we found a little nook, so I'm excited. The truck is saying that it's 75 degrees outside and it feels so good to be somewhere warm after camping in like 32-degree weather. We've set up camp and I'm just kind of walking around taking photos in the desert, which is super fun because there's all these cactuses just chilling, and that's not something that you normally see in Alaska. Josh made dinner and this is dinner tonight. It looks so delicious. I can't wait to eat it. Good thing we don't have people next to us.
Alright, pull.
Nice. Better than ammo.
Dude, this is gonna make me want to do this so much.
Yeah, bro. See?
Alright, pull.
Cute. Cross your leg and kind of like hold it. Maybe I should. We've been in Arizona for the last couple of days hanging out with our friends Emma and Parker, and now we're in Flagstaff to go skiing, and we're staying at one of their friends' house, and then we're gonna go skiing tomorrow, and then I think we're gonna leave the next day to keep going up north towards maybe Colorado. Not the truth box.
This place when we were driving.
We're at Snow Bowl and we're gonna go skiing / snowboarding with Emma and Parker. And there hasn't been like a lot of snow. They've been making their own snow, so this is what it looks like at the parking lot. So we'll see how the skiing goes. We left Emma and Parker. We were with them for about 5 or 6 days. Last night we camped at the Sunset View campground and we're at the Navajo National Monument, and we're gonna go on a trail that's about 1.3 miles round trip. It's already really cool. Yeah. Maybe I should have brought my camera. I didn't realize how old this place was. Josh was saying that in 1286, the population was like growing to, how much did you say?
600.
To 600. This place is really cool. Why is he staring us down? We just arrived at the Four Corners, which it's $8 a person to take a photo essentially. So yeah, we're gonna go check this out. I'll let you know if it's worth the hype.
What hype?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm officially on all 4 states, and this is my first time in New Mexico, so. We just got to our Airbnb. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a house tour. Just note that our stuff is everywhere. The view outside of the front door is beautiful. Josh and I ended up staying an extra night in the Airbnb because there's a winter storm warning and they got like, I would say over a foot of snow. But now we're camping, we're headed towards Denver and there's a couple inches of snow on the ground, but not too much with it, which is nice. And we're just in this, I think it's BLM land, but we're just overland camping. And we're about to finish getting camp set up. We got this in 2023 and it's been pretty good. It just lays down, so it's pretty flush with the truck. The only thing is that you can't like leave blankets and pillows and stuff in there because it won't close. This is our cooler that we've been using. These are stickers from like all the places we've visited. We have a ton more stickers, but we're gonna start putting them like in the house on like a board to document everywhere we've been. And yeah, this color is super cute. I like it a lot. And this is my $15 Walmart chair because we forgot ours and it works. The thing about us camping is that I kind of just like usually just sit in the chair and do nothing and Josh does everything. I'm a camping princess, what can I say? So right now Josh is making dinner and he just started a fire, so I'm gonna sit by the fire and get warm. I'm currently wearing his boots. These are his hunting boots. And I'm wearing his pants because I'm not really built for the snow or the cold, and I guess I just don't usually have the appropriate layers and stuff, but it's fine. This is our camping stove. It's the Coleman. We used to have the Blackstone, which was nice, but it was really bulky, and then there was like oil that would drain out and it just kind of made a mess. So this is very small and compact. And then this is the fire that Josh started. He gathered some logs to kind of build as a barrier because it's a little bit breezy, but it'd also be good to use them when we start running out of wood because this is all the firewood that we have. For dinner tonight, we're gonna have potatoes on the side with like grilled onions on top, and it's super good. It's like my favorite thing. I used to not like onions, but then Josh put me on and I really like them caramelized. It's like my favorite, but like grilled onion is also delicious. We're filling the pot with snow to wash some dishes because I was trying to wipe the food out with like snow and paper towel, but it was just all frozen. So we're gonna wash some dishes and get that cleaned up so we can use the dishes tomorrow night for camping as well. Just built this wall behind the fire so that the heat can kind of come back at us. And there was a ton of rocks. Like this fire ring is really wide. It was like started like here and goes all the way to there. So it's like 2 feet until the fire. I did this one. We have finished all the dishes. Now we're just sitting around, hanging out, listening to music. We're trying to plan the next couple of days because we might go skiing. So we're trying to figure out if we want to camp or like do an Airbnb. So yeah, and then we're probably gonna climb up into the tent, which is right there, and go to bed. Been a few days since I've filmed much, but yesterday we were in Breckenridge and we went skiing and it was a lot of fun, but we were staying in Denver and originally the drive from Denver to Breckenridge was supposed to be like an hour 40, 2 hours. And we like drove an hour and then they closed the road. So we had to like go out and around and down and then back up. So we left at like, we got up at 5:30 and we left the house at like 6. And I don't think we ended up like on the chairlift going up to ski until like 11:30. We ended up driving for like 4 hours, so That was definitely an experience. And then we stayed at an Airbnb, and there was a lot of powder. Like, it snowed. How much do you think it snowed, Josh?
I mean, there's probably like at least a foot of fresh powder.
So there's a foot of fresh powder, as Josh said, and it was really hard to ski in it because they also haven't been grooming the mountain, I guess, which means that instead of it just being like flat with like snow on top, it was like super bumpy, which I feel like I can usually go pretty fast. Like, my fastest speed is like 30 miles per hour, but this time the fastest that I was like averaging like 15 miles per hour, and the fastest I got up to was like about 20 miles per hour, just because it was so bumpy. And I'd be going fast, I'd hit a bump and I'd catch some air and like instantly feel like I'm out of control. And then with the snow, we were like at the top of the mountain, and I crashed or fell more times than I have in like the whole time that I've been skiing, just in that one run, because it was just a really hard blue. And I got to the point where like my skis were buried in the snow. I was like having to dig them out, so that was fun. But it was a good experience. It was really fun. The resort was like huge. Like, instead of a regular resort where like the building or the lodge is like right here, and then all of the ski lifts are behind it, it was like the town, and then lifts just going all over the place up the mountain. And we stayed in a ski in ski out place, but we stayed there at the night, so we didn't actually ski out, but we can say that we've stayed there. And this morning we are driving towards Moab, so we're currently overland camping. The sun is currently setting, and we're just building fire and getting everything ready. The last night that I showed us camping, the heater wasn't working. We were putting it in the car to kind of like warm up the parts of the heater, and hopefully that was the issue, that it was just too cold. And it works tonight, but if it doesn't, it's actually like 45 degrees right now, and we were camping in like 50 degrees, so it actually feels a lot warmer. You look so pretty with the sun right there. This is our truck, and we just built this fire ring because the others weren't built too great. Like, that one's completely above the ground, and it's quite windy, so we like set up a we, as in Josh, set up a barricade so that the embers aren't going crazy, and then it's gonna be pretty deep down there, so we can still have some heat, but the flames are very controlled. And the ground is very wet. Like, let me show you the wheels of the truck, the tires, I mean. Very dirty and very muddy. The sunset is just getting crazier and crazier. Like, the 360 is just so pretty. We just made it to Arches National Park, and we're gonna stop and just kind of walk around and look at things because there's a whole lot to do on this drive. It's crazy how beautiful it is, and it's just very breathtaking. So far, we stopped at the Park Avenue Viewpoint and Trailhead, which was the first place. And then we stopped at LaSalle Mountains Viewpoint, which was like a little turnaround, which was nice. But the Park Avenue Viewpoint, so far I feel like it's been one of the most scenic things. And then we just stopped at the Courthouse Towers Viewpoint, which was really cool. And we're heading towards the Petrified Dunes Viewpoint, which is a little bit further in the park. It looks like the park, you can drive all the way out to the farthest point and make a loop and then come back. So it's a dead end road, so you have to like come back the same way.
They were Spanish. I just remember like seeing the photo now. I was like, oh, good times. Those are good times.
Yesterday we were visiting my cousins in Utah, and now we are in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and I'm super excited. We are in the downtown area, and we're just gonna walk around before we like go further up and go to the Tetons. I got the Huckleberry Mud Pot, so it's very warm but very good. were gonna camp tonight, but we couldn't find a camping spot that was open and available. So we ended up getting a place through Expedia, and it's this little cabin. This is the bedroom. This morning when we left our cabin, the sky was a bit blue, so I was like, oh, let's try the Tetons again, because yesterday when we went, they were pretty covered in clouds. And they were starting to like come out as the day was ending. But this morning, it was just clouds all over by the Tetons, so you couldn't see them. It was honestly, we saw them better yesterday. So now we're driving up to West Yellowstone. I think that the Yellowstone Park is currently closed. I don't know if it's because of snow in the road conditions or if it's because of a big car accident that happened in one of the tunnels to like get into the park. But we're driving up to West Yellowstone in the hopes to maybe get a sticker, go to like the visitor center. Maybe the road is open, so we're just gonna see when we get there. But we're currently in Montana, so first time being in Montana. We were planning on camping last night, but there was no campsites available because all the campgrounds were closed, and we couldn't really overland camp because there's so much snow, and like the only options were like pullouts on the sides of the road, which we don't want to be doing. So hopefully we can find a good camp spot tonight. We're spending our last night camping right now in Apgar Campground. Hopefully we'll be back in Washington tomorrow. It's about an 8/9 hour drive, and it's not too cold right now, but there is a lot of snow. Josh is cracking eggs into ramen, and then he's putting a pack of beans into the ramen as well. This is mine because I'm a normal person. To recap the trip, we started in Washington, drove down the coast, met up with Megan and Jake, and then we drove down the Oregon coast, the California coast. We went to Disneyland for a couple of days, and then we cut over to Arizona, stopped in Joshua Tree. We stayed at Emma Parker's house for a couple of days, and then we went up to Flagstaff and went skiing with them there. And then we went up to Durango, saw Delaney and John Isaac, drove through the Rocky Mountains to where my cousins are at, saw them, and then drove to Breckenridge, which was supposed to be like a 2-hour drive at the most, and it ended up being like 5 hours of driving. And then we drove to Moab after seeing his family, hung out in Moab for a little bit. I wish that we spent more time there, but we've been kind of on a little bit of a time crunch. And then we drove to Saratoga, and then up to Jackson Hole, over to West Yellowstone, because Yellowstone, the park, was closed, which it is what it is, but we were excited to go there, and that didn't end up happening. We're staying at the Apgar Campground in Glacier National Park, and right now there's only one road, I think, in the whole entire park that's actually open, so we're gonna drive that road, which goes by like McDonald Lake, and maybe take some photos, and then start heading to Washington tomorrow. So it's coming to the end of the trip. I think that we left like January 28th or something like that, and then now it's like February 22nd, so it's been a long trip. Wow.
Oh, sorry, it's not that exciting.
What were we thinking was gonna happen?
I was just gonna stab straight through it.
I don't think I've ever showed like our tent setup. So this is attached to the heater that's on the ground, and it's a very sensitive heater, so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Today it is, which is nice. And then this is Josh's sleeping bag. This is mine. They're both from Mountain Hardware. And then we have 2 pillows. I think this one is from Sea to Summit, and then we have this one, which we just got, which I like because this is like memory foam right here, so it like feels like a real pillow. And what brand is this? This is the brand Philo or Nemo. I don't know, but this is the pillow and I like it a lot. And then we have this portable charger that we like a lot. So this lasts for like a night or two. If our phones are both at like 5%, it'll recharge it to 100%. And then this is my headlamp. It's from Petzl. Josh got it for me from Coast Mountain Sports in Whitehorse, and I like it, except I freaking lost the clip. So there's supposed to be a second clip, so it's kind of broken, but it still works, so it's fine. And then we have sleeping bag liners for when the heater is not working, and this just like goes inside of your sleeping bag. This is a new one we just got from Sea to Summit. So yeah, it adds 15% of thermal boost. Wait, what am I saying? I don't know. And we have another one from Sea to Summit, another liner. Most importantly, we have my iPad, and I have movies downloaded on this, so we'll usually like put on a movie and watch it before we go to bed. So that's our inside setup, and this is the inside of the tent. So the roof is like slanted, so our feet are down there and then our heads are here. Thanks so much for watching. I had such a fun trip. I'm now back in Alaska, and obviously forgot to end the video as I usually do. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you next week. Bye!
My best can't escape me. My pussy precedes me.